my cash saving strategy to prepare for 4Q 2024. And it's really sad because interest rates have been falling across the banks, across FIs, and that's really because of the Federal Reserve indicating interest rate cuts. So we need to prepare ourselves and brace ourselves that the high interest environment may come to an end very soon. So as always, when new announcements come out, whether it's a nerf or a decrease in rates, we should learn to adapt and we should make hay while the sun shines. So if you really want to learn how to make hay, then come and join us at over 17,000 members in the Honey Money SG Telegram group to join like-minded people interested in getting a higher return on their cash. Firstly, let's talk about Chocolate Finance. So I have close to $20,000 placed inside Chocolate Finance, giving me 4.2% per annum return. And that equates to around $2.30 daily return even during public holidays or weekends. Now, Chocolate Finance is not a new thing. I have been using them since last year when they launched. And if you're not familiar with Chocolate Finance, it is basically an investment portfolio of fixed income funds. And Chocolate Finance is having this top-up program to support your first $20,000 return to become 4.2% per annum until 31st December this year. But let me make it clear that Chocolate Finance is licensed and regulated by the Monetary Authority of Singapore. So it's really not like some dubious platform where you don't know the founders and then you don't know whether they will run away with your money. And my strategy for Chocolate Finance is really simple. Just keep it below $20,000 because they can only guarantee the rates up to your first $20,000, not even $20,001. And the other reason for why less than $20,000 is because that's when you can make instant withdrawals. If it's above $20,000, withdrawals will take some day because they have to redeem your funds. So I will not put more than $20,000 of my cash portfolio in Chocolate Finance. So if you need the link to sign up for Chocolate Finance, you can use my referral link right here. Number 2 cash saving strategy is coming to my Standard Chartered Bonus Saver account. So I have around 100,000 Singapore dollars placed in a Bonus Saver account. And that was because of the previous promotion with the Save Up Level Up campaign. For that promotion, my registration and funding month was in July, which means I have to hold my $100,000 in the Bonus Saver account for the months of August and September. Then from 1st October onwards, I will be able to withdraw the funds and eligible for the cash credit, which will be credited by the 31st of October, and that is $500 for the $100,000 funding tier. Now for the month of August, I received a total of $312 from the Standard Bonus Saver interest calculation, where I fulfilled the $3,000 salary credit, $2,000 on spending on the Bonus Saver card, as well as making 3 bill payments to billing organizations of $50 each. So that is around a 3.68% per annum of interest, but that's not including a Save Up Level Up cash credit later, which will arrive by 31st of October based on the terms and conditions FAQ. Now, if you're new to Standard Chartered Bonus Saver, it's one of the rare few cash savings accounts that allows you to earn some rewards for opening the cash and fulfilling the terms and conditions. In fact, you can get up to $318 of cash when you use my exclusive member get member link to sign up and fulfill the Bonus Saver terms and conditions. But what I can tell you that all this cash saving strategy is never going to last, because in this falling interest rate environment, everything will just drop and drop until it's not worth the effort anymore. Which is why you really have to start to look at other places, like investing your money in equities, and one of the best ways to do it is here. How many of you are already using Webull for investing and trading in US stocks or ETFs? And I am one of them because of these features. Number 1, low commissions. Webull offers ultra low commissions, charging from just 50 US cents per order. With 0 platform fees during regular and extended hours, you will enjoy some of the lowest costs in the market. Number 2, no foreign exchange fees. When it comes to currency exchange, Webull does not hit you with extra fees. The rates you see on the app are the rates that you will get. No surprises. Number 3, regular savings plan. Make dollar cost averaging a breeze. Invest in your favorite US stocks and ETFs with as little as $5 US. You can also invest in mutual funds through RSP. Schedule your investments weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or even daily. It's all up to you. So if you are new to Webull, you can get started with this welcome promo rewards. Fund a minimum of $2,000 US by 27 September. Complete 3 US buy trades within 30 days from the first deposit and maintain until 31st October 2024. And you can get $60 US of cash vouchers. If you fund a minimum of $10,000 US by 27 September, complete 5 US buy trades within 30 days from the first deposit and maintain until 30th November 2024, you can get $400 US of cash vouchers. And if you fund over $100,000 US, you can get 1.84% per annum USD Money Boo interest booster for 90 days. And this reward could elevate your USD money pool interest to up to 7%. There is an options trading promo for both new and existing users, where if you trade a minimum of 100 US options contracts monthly, the fees will be reimbursed when you fulfill the criteria. Also, Webull does not charge platform fees. Start trading with Webull by using my exclusive link or scan the QR code right here to get your Webull account today. Next up, let's talk about OCBC 360 account. And for 360 account, I have around $100,000 placed in the OCBC 360 since September. So for the month of September, I'll be fulfilling 3 criteria, which is a salary credit of at least $1,800, the savings criteria of at least $500 incremental, as well as the card spend of minimum $500 on selected OCBC credit card. And this will get me 4.65% credited on the next calendar month, 7 working days. Now, to be very clear, in August, I do not have any funds in OCBC 360 because most of my funds were parked in the HSBC Everyday Global account. Because, like I mentioned, I did a comparison between OCBC 360 versus HSBC EGA, and both at 4.6% per annum. I think it's better to go for HSBC EGA last month. But the good news for new users is that you can also use my exclusive code to sign up for OCBC 360 account to get some cash rewards. And regarding the next account, which is HSBC Everyday Global account, they have a new bonus interest campaign for the month of September onwards. And that's where my remaining cash liquid funds will be deposited. In the advertisement banner, there is mentioned up to 3.4%. So let's take a look at the detailed terms and conditions to see how much you can get. So if you look at the terms and conditions, there are 2 tiers. One is below $2 million where you can get 3.3%, and the other is $2 million and above where you get 3.4%. So for most of us, we probably belong to the below $2 million tier. And to apply for the HSBC bonus interest campaign, you really need to manually apply with SMS with your first 9 digits of your HSBC account number, and also fulfill the following criteria, which is the Everyday Plus Rewards criteria of depositing at least 2,000 Singapore dollars per month plus 5 eligible transactions. To put it clear out there, the reference month for this bonus interest campaign is August of 2024. So going by the terms and conditions example, if you had $10,000 in August, and then you deposit a further $190,000 in fresh funds incrementally to the HSBC EGA in September, making it a total of $200,000 balance in your EGA. That means only the $190,000 of average daily balance will be counted for the bonus interest campaign. Does not include the original 10K, which is why the concept of fresh funds and incremental deposit is really important, especially if you want to execute the ding-dong strategy which I discussed in the previous OCBC 360 versus HSBC Everyday Global account video. So yes, if you do not have a HSBC EGA, you can sign up using my link and then execute your strategy there. Lastly, let's talk about UOB One, which was the hot favorite. Now let me declare that most of my funds are outside of UOB One account, even though I know many of you are still inside the UOB One account ecosystem, which is why you all will be participating in the Nation of Savers, which is a quarterly year-mark promotion. So you know that the month of September is already the final month of third quarter, which means 1st October onwards is the 4th quarter, right? Likely they will come out with another quarterly year-mark promotion. First of all, if you remember the old times, we could empty our UOB One account on the last calendar day of the quarter, which is either 31st or 30th, and then we can still be eligible for the next quarterly savings promo, but that does not work anymore. Because ever since the previous promotion, UOB will look at the monthly average balance of the final calendar month of the quarter already. It's not based on the last calendar day, it's based on the last calendar month, which means that starting from the first day of September, your funds in UOB should ideally be zero already, so that you can put in funds on the 1st of October next month. So if you're watching this video in the middle of the month of September, and then you are contemplating whether to do the quarterly year-mark savings promotion during the next quarter, I think firstly you need to know what's your monthly average balance of September, then top up the incremental fresh funds into the UOB account next calendar month. But for me, I only have $1,000 in my UOB One account now, and that's really to avoid any fall below fees. So you see, if next month comes, they have a very good quarterly savings promotion, I may want to take part, especially when my monthly average balance is just $1,000. That's how you should prepare for 4Q 2024. So yes, I know that the falling interest rate environment may not be very good for some of you high cash savers, but it is what it is. We have been in a high interest environment for more than 2 years already. So the interest rates will ultimately fall when inflation has soften. And I guess if you have the time to min-max everything with manual effort, especially all these accounts that I mentioned in this cash saving strategy, I'll give you a recognition of a thumbs up, because it is definitely not easy to keep track everything. But if you really don't have so much time, you're focused on your family, you're focused on your business, you're focused on your career, and you want a fast free method for your cash without going through all these hoops and hassles, then you can look at my previous video where I discussed some high return strategy on your cash without much hassle.